Hello, everyone. Here we are for another mini dose, daily dose podcast. Worth the Fight podcast, daily dose. Good anxiety, harnessing the power of the most misunderstood emotion. That is one of my all-time favorite books, certainly book titles, by Dr. Wendy Suzuki. She's a preeminent neuroscientist at NYU, I believe the dean of students there. And she has flipped the script on anxiety. I remember years ago, I was out for a run and prepping for a microdose mastermind. I tend to do that. I'll go on runs before I have meetings and sessions and perspective sessions because I want my energies to be amped up. I want to have those feel-good neurochemicals. I want the creativity, the endorphins, the adrenaline, maybe the anandamide. All sorts of good things are happening when we're out running, getting that fresh air. And I had that realization that whoa, I've got lots of anxiety. But I use it. I have a place to funnel it. I have systems and processes in my daily life to transmute that energy. When we're feeling activated nervous system and we're feeling anxiety and we're in this worry and we're in the dread, the fear, all of that, our mind is ruminating, there's an incredible opportunity to utilize that as a sign, as a signal, as a prompt to shift our state, to utilize that, hey, whoa, I've got to journal this out. I've got to put pen to paper and work through whatever heaviness is on my mind or on my heart, to get curious and to lean into that, where we can start to move through and start to process that thought energy that is excessive, the rumination, the worry, the doubt. Or we grab our sneakers and go out for a long walk. I loved Mark Hyman. Dr. Mark Hyman had said that problems are solved at 3 miles per hour. And that's so true. When we're walking 3 miles per hour, we're solving problems. It's great for mental health. We're getting out, we're getting the fresh air, we're having an opportunity to, again, look at things differently, to change our, just being stuck inside and maybe change our scenario, change our scenery, get the body moving, putting on our sneakers, going for a run, going for a workout. These are ways to utilize that anxiety to shift our state. And we always feel so much better when we come back from after that walk. I still do that. I utilize this anxiety as a prompt. I will always utilize that as a prompt. That's a signal. Hey, Matt, you've got some stagnant energy. You need to get moving. Get up and get out there. Go get some fresh air. Walk, even if it's just walking around the block. That can be enough to reset my energies and to create spaciousness. And this brings up the University of Chicago professor, Dr. Mark Berg, who was on the Huberman Lab podcast, and he shares The Nature of the Mind, I believe is the title of his book, where he brings the neuroscience to nature. And that his position, or his prescription, I should say, for all of us is 20 to 30 minutes. We go for walks. We have our phone turned off in our bag. Maybe we don't even carry our phone, but if we do have it, it's turned off, it's in our bag. And this can help us to recalibrate the rumination and to process the rumination. They were working with, in these scientific studies, people that were really struggling with mental health and having a really, really hard time. And they were measuring and finding out, and you would think like, oh, that might actually be cruel. You're making somebody who has ruminative thoughts walk out in nature by themselves. Oh, geez. But yeah, we're connected to nature. It's thought that we spend 90% of our time indoors. That's probably why our mental health, we're getting crushed. Addiction is at an all-time high. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, suicide. When we could just get outside, go for a walk, process whatever that is, bravely journal our thoughts, put pen to paper, work through the heaviness, get curious, be brave. And again, Dr. Mark Bergman's work illuminated that people were able to solve their ruminative thoughts, were able to process them, where they were coming back and they were feeling much better, much stronger mentally and physically. So there's a wonderful boost in cognition. There was the Stanford creativity study that I always cite, that creativity expands 60% when we're walking out in novel environments. That was the Stanford study. That's my understanding of that. So getting outside, moving our bodies, utilizing the anxiety as a signal, as a prompt to get moving, to start to get in motions where we can help to process some of that heaviness. This is a short one today, but I wanted to share this from my heart to yours. This has meant so much to me on my path. This has meant so much to many of my clients, shifting the frame around anxiety. Good anxiety, harnessing the power of the most misunderstood emotion, utilizing as a prompt, as a signal to move and to get curious and to lean into the discomfort. There's a lot of data there. Instead of numbing it away with alcohol or cannabis or pornography or TV or food or doom scrolling, all the different things that we do to avoid hard feelings, let's lean into it. We feel it. This too shall pass. It will pass. It always does. And then we start to rebuild self-reliance. And then we know that we can do hard things. And then the next day we do a little bit more difficulty and so on. And this is the growth path. So I hope this little strategy helps you, the listener here, to reframe your ruminative thoughts, your anxiety, your doubt, your worry. There's always something that can be done. Be brave, lean in. It's worth the fight. So much love to all of you. Love and peace. For more on the Worth the Fight mission and message of hope and healing, please check out my website, worththefightbook.org. I would love the support of my book, Worth the Fight. We're making a strong push here in 2026 and trying to get this message out to our nation, to these troubled times, to our global human family. Again, so much love to all of you. Please let me know your thoughts and impressions in the comments below. Stay tuned till tomorrow. Take good care. Peace.